Hello and welcome to an instructional video covering how I do my surface prep or a surface reset out of the box. I've noted over the last several videos that we've had some issues with ball reaction out of the box lately, and that we'd been resetting or rebuilding them, and that it had been working well, so I got plenty of questions about the process. It's not terribly complicated, but there are some important details. First step is 1000 grit on a resurfacing machine. I have my own Cook Sphere resurfacing machine, which I realize the vast majority of you won't, but your pro shop does, so this whole process can be very easily and quickly done by them, which I would recommend. You could probably do it on a spinner if you have one, but I feel the machine's the most effective. I use Jayhawk Diamond Dust pads. They're a very high quality industrial surfacing pad that, as you can see on this Eternity, produces a very smooth, accurate, and consistent finish when compared with other pads that will get the ball dull, but just seem to scratch them up more than anything, which results in a more uneven finish. They're fairly expensive at $35 per pad, however I have well over 30 full resurfaces on this current set of pads, and they're still producing the surface that's on this Eternity. You can buy them yourself through Jayhawk Bowling Supply, however they're really designed for use with a resurfacing machine, so they're a little hard to hold on to. If you have one of the machine blocks or some other rounded cup with Velcro to fasten them to, maybe if you have one of the portable power drill surfacing systems, it would probably work with that, but don't quote me on that. So I start with 1000 grit for about 5 to 10 minutes. I've found that scuffing the balls by hand or just a bit on a spinner doesn't get deep enough, but at the same time I'm not really trying to grind the surface down either. I just want to reset or refresh it. Then after that it's up to the spinner to get finished with either step 2 if we want it polished or react to scuff if we still want some surface. Starting at 1000 grit and finishing on top of that gives us a strong under grit. If we were to step it up more slowly, like maybe 1000, then go 2000, 3000, 4000, then polish, we'd end up with too fine and smooth of a surface that tends to be inconsistent, i.e. very low traction in oil, very quick, or high response on dry. 1000 underneath gives us some strength and stability in blend, while the topical surface of react to scuff or polish adds length and shape. Surface stacking is a huge part of creating the final result and getting exactly what you want. Or if you were to step up using all the surfaces from 500 to 4000, you'll end up with a much different surface and reaction than if you went straight from 500 to 4000. Anyway, I use about a $50 sized amount per side for the first two and then blend from there with either react to scuff or step 2. So in this instance, I'm drilling a new IQ Tour Solid to compare to the IQ Ruby that's coming soon. I want to do a shiny versus shiny comparison and am resetting both surfaces. So as we saw, 10-ish minutes on the machine at 1000, then finishing on the spinner with step 2. On the first side, $50 sized amount of step 2 compound, and about 30 seconds gets an appropriate level of shine. Flip it completely over, another $50 sized amount for the second side. Then I start rotating it and using the same towel that still has the step 2 on it to blend the surface. The unfortunate thing about a spinner is that it creates a grain on the surface, which just means a direction that the surface is being applied in. I like starting on the resurfacing machine because it spins the ball all the way around constantly and prevents sanding it in a few specific directions. Flipping the ball several times on the spinner helps to blend out the grain and create a more uniform surface, however. This is irrelevant, but it helps me to follow the process more accurately or keep track of where I'm at. I start with the ball name side, so in this case I had IQ facing straight up for the first side, and then I flipped it completely over to the off side for the second application, then I turn it to the side to do on top of the Storm logo, then I flip it upside down again, then I flip it upside down to do the serial number side, and then I flip it completely again to get the top side where the pin and CG are. Once again, I only apply compound or react to scuff to the towel twice. Then I just continue to blend with the used towel, which continues to minimally polish or surface the ball, but mostly it blends the surface and makes it more uniform. After that, I'm done, the ball's ready to drill, and I'll be ready to film. This can all, of course, be done at any time. If you just tell your pro shop you'd like for them to resurface the ball down to 1000 on the machine and then polish it with step 2, this is what they're going to do. Now, not all shops carry step 2, so Brunswick's Crown Compound or Ebonite's Factory Finish Polish are comparable or close enough. Other stuff will make it glossy and pretty, but it isn't, in my opinion, that great for ball reaction. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask, and definitely don't hesitate to experiment yourself. Maybe you're worried about surfacing equipment that you like and use frequently, so try different surfaces out on a ball that's older. Or maybe you have one laying around that you don't really like or haven't gotten along with. You might find that with the right surface, you're back in business or didn't waste a couple $100 like you thought you did. As always, we recommend resurfacing or resetting every ball you get out of the box. This helps to break the ball in faster, get the factory edge off, start from a known and consistent place, and ultimately create a surface you can get back to when you do need to resurface down the road as a part of regular equipment maintenance. This also alleviates or eliminates any and all factory or out-of-the-box issues or inconsistencies so you can hit the ground running. Remember, of course, that box surface is just a suggestion. They have industrial production line machines that no one else has, and they produce hundreds of balls a day, so adjusting the surface when you get a ball is just like oiling up a baseball glove or breaking in a softball bat to get it game ready. At the end here, I just used a little bit of water and a clean towel to get rid of any residual polish or react-to-scuff residue. The scuff does have an abrasive in it, so it leaves a little more residue than the polish does. Then the obligatory shirt spin to get the last ring from the spinner cup off. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.